Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Rika's Light Tarot. My name is Rika. Thank you for joining me today. It is a bit of a rainy Friday, September the 23rd, but that's okay. We need the rain to cool down, the earth, to cool down the ground, to cool down ourselves, right? With all this hot weather we've been having. Thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for coming along with me on my spiritual journey. I'm going to do another oracle card reading for you today using Nature's Whispers oracle cards. And I'll give you my interpretation and then I'll read the definition from the book. So let's get started. God, angels, and my spirit guides, please let us know any messages that you have for us today. God, angels, and my spirit guides, please let us know any messages that you have for us today. God, angels, and my spirit guides, please let us know any messages that you have for us today. God, angels, and my spirit guides, please let us know. Okay. I'm going to take these 3 cards. Because obviously it's very important. First card we have, intuition. The second card, ideal course of action. And the third card, acceptance of love. That 3 beautiful messages for today. The first card, intuition. A lady, showing a beautiful lady with her cranium glowing, her crown chakra is glowing. She's just gazing into the future. Flowers, there's animals, there's a river, birds. This again is about listening to ourselves, listening to our divine guidance, listening to that gut feeling that we get in the pit of our stomachs, and to continue listening and never ignore it, because sometimes our intuition, it helps us. It helps us from harm. It helps us from getting in trouble. You know, it warns us about people. It warns us about situations. And it's really good to listen to your intuition. You know, this throughout my life has been a challenge. I didn't listen, and that's why I had to go through many life lessons. And now I'm listening to my intuition. Now I'm following the divine guidance that I'm receiving. I'm listening to my intuition. And believe me, it could have helped me a lot before if I listened, but I didn't. But the importance is that now, this present moment in time, I'm listening to my intuition. Your intuition will help you throughout your life with everything, every single aspect of your life. You know, but even when you from going grocery shopping, you know, you'll know which vegetables, which fruits to pick, um, which even cans of soup. Like, it happened to me in the grocery store. I was looking for mackerel and I picked it up and I put it back down. And then because I was rushing, I picked the same can back up. And when I got home, I cooked it and it made me sick. So I've never ate mackerel in a can again. So that's just an example of your intuition helping you while you grocery shop. The simplest thing, but it helps you. Sometimes even when you play lottery tickets or go to scratch tickets, go for a scratch ticket, the same thing. Your hand just reaches out or your eyes contact. It's very good to listen to your intuition. I'm sure there's many of meditation videos as well on YouTube that will help you to, just to focus and quiet your mind so you can hear the messages and get strong feelings, like receive strong feelings, listen to those strong feelings that you get about certain things. Whatever the situation is, listen to the intuition. And obviously this has to be a time for many of us, it's a message for many of us to continue listening to our intuition, or it's a message for some of us to start following our intuition because we haven't listened to it before. Me. And for many of us to continue developing our intuition, right? To listen and develop it because it plays an important part in our lives. Well, that's the first card, intuition. The second card, ideal course of action. Now, you have this beautiful woman staring at this castle in the distance. And nature, flowers, animals, flamingos. Flamingos are very beautiful. Very interesting for flamingos to be on here. But she's standing there, and she's standing in her thought. She's standing in her thought, and she's trying to figure out basically what's the best course of action, or what's the best course of action? What's the best route for her to take to go to the castle? Even though that one path is illuminated, but maybe that might not be the best path, even though it's the simplest path. It's right there in front of her face, but maybe it might not be the right path. But ideal course of action, for me, this card means, taking and figuring out the best route, figuring out the best path, figuring out the best way to make our lives and ourselves better, to bring good health to ourselves, to bring wealth to ourselves, to bring success in our lives, to change from our current situation that we're not happy with, but to take the best course of action, to take the best, just the best way possible to get the best solution for ourselves, right? It's the best way where everything will work out for us. Because sometimes we really have to think about that. Because sometimes, I think, okay, let's go, this is easy, so okay, maybe that's the best solution for me because it's the easiest. It's not always the easiest solution is the right thing for us to take. Sometimes we might have to, take the other options. There's many options, but we have to just pick the right option for us that suits us in our current situation at this point in time. And yeah, that's my it's like how to bring about these changes, how to bring about the vision that we have in our head for ourselves, for our future, right? It's just bringing it, what's the best way to bring that from in here out here in our reality? So that's the ideal course of action. And the last card, acceptance of love. It's a man coming out of a tree, and the woman is formed out of the vines of the tree that cling around it, and they're embracing and kissing. It's, oh, I love love. This to me means, accepting love in every shape and form that it comes to you. Whether it's a friendly hello from a stranger, whether it's a nice compliment from a friend or coworker or family, love comes in different forms, Maybe it might be someone that comes out of the blue and asks you out on a date, if you've been single for a while, or maybe even if you're in a relationship, sometimes people don't know that you're in a relationship and they'll just be like, maybe they built up the confidence to finally go and talk to you and, ask you out. And then you have to tell, you have to, you have to let them down, but it's nice. Love comes in different forms. And just loving ourselves, that means, to me, this means that I'm doing everything right, like loving myself, accepting myself, and raising my vibration, and hopefully a new partner will come along for me. And just accept it, embrace it, whatever it is, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, and take the ideal course of action. These 3 cards fit perfectly today. But love comes in various forms, various ways to us, and we just need to embrace everything, embrace it all. Just accept it and be happy and be grateful and continue to show your gratitude and your love. Just continue to let your love shine. Continue to let your happiness shine. Like, explode with happiness and love. That's the feeling I'm kind of getting, And once you do that, love is coming back to you, basically, in different ways, but it's coming back to you. But I'm thinking that, like, there will be a new partner coming along, a new partner, a new person coming along. Maybe it's someone that we've already known. Maybe it's someone we just met. Maybe it's someone we've known forever, But embrace it, accept it, be grateful, be thankful, Love, like, from children, from babies, it comes in different forms, animals especially, right? But yeah, acceptance of love. I'm going to read to you the definition for each one of the parts now. The first one is intuition, 53. So I got that? Intuition. You just seem to have a knack for knowing what's going to work. Your creative process is unique to you. You just get started and magic happens. You have a lot of endurance and you're a hard worker. Once you get focused on a project, you don't stop. You are a trendsetter and you seem to understand what people love. You are very forward thinking. You are being reminded that you have your own inner voice guiding you always. Tap into your wisdom and allow yourself this higher perspective. Ideal course of action. It is easy to be overwhelmed in the planning of a new endeavor. Simplify your plans, clearly envision what you would like to accomplish, and find ways to ensure you can stay on path. Eliminate self-sabotage or other behavior that might derail you. Determine what you desire next. Do this through daydreaming and visualizing what delights and inspires you. Trust that this is an important phase that is necessary to maintain alignment and clarity. Now that's beautiful. Acceptance of love. This image is a representation of the harmony of opposites, masculine and feminine. You have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. It is important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect now and will enhance the life of another. Love can happen. Love is the truth of all situations. Love the soul embodied inside you. Express more love in your life and allow yourself to feel love. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to. In that order, everything that happens is what is supposed to take place. You bring a bright light and individuality into this world. These 3 cards came out for a reason. And they're all talking about the same thing. You know, these are 3 important messages that we had to receive today. And they're very important. And just try to do them every single day. You know, like the definition says, listen to your intuition. It can help you out of situations, and love. But I'm thinking that there's a choice. To me, it feels like there's a choice. There might be a choice of you know, maybe 2 love partners might come into your life where you might have a decision to make. Like, is this really the person? Even though you want that person, like, is that really the right person for you? You know, and you have to listen to your intuition and make the best choice about love. But thank you again for joining me. That concludes the oracle reading for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and I pray that the angels continue to protect you and guide you on your path and spiritual journey. Have a good evening.